Wondering where my head's at?
Yeah.
It's wild, actually. Feel good with you.
Okay. I'd say, like, the feeling for me is very mutual. Even in that initial, like, speed date, I was so nervous and I had all these butterflies, and it just made me really excited to kind of go on this journey with you and see, like, what can happen.
Me butterflies now. Hate that it has to end, but I definitely think there will be more, so.
The latest episode of CTV's Farming for Love. It's the international dating series that has led to more than 200 weddings and 500 children. Yeah, so you can understand why our next guest decided to open his farm and his heart to a group of suitors from across Canada in order to find true love.
Kirkland Douglas is a former rodeo champion who now tends to the horses and cattle on his farm near his home community of Shiem First Nation. So Farmer Kirkland, welcome to the Soul Show!
Thank you.
Story. You actually left farm life behind for the big city and returned to rural British Columbia after a few years. So why did you leave and then return?
Well, there's definitely a long version and a short version, so I'll stick to the short one. But, you know, when I was a kid, my grandma gave me the first taste of the city, and then when I got older, I guess my taste for gay men became my more taste for the city, and I needed to explore, you know, there's not a lot of gay dating out in the rural Chilliwack. So that happened. And then I ended up in Toronto for about 9 months. Pandemic hit. And I went back and I realized the balance that I found there, my love for the land, the animals, and I could spend my time out there. And if I wanted to have a little fun, just go to the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did your love life factor into this decision?
Well, I mean, you see in my promo, I say Chilliwack's famous for its corn, not its gay men. So there really was not much of a love life out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom would be like, oh, there's a gay host at, like, the Earls or something. Okay.
That's great. That's great.
Options there.
Well, the show is called Farming for Love. So how important is it for you, for someone that you end up with, to be able to work on the farm with you?
Well, I would say that if it was too important, we could have stopped at episode 1 because I don't know. They all have their own careers and their own ambitions. So that's, you know, I want them to follow those, and I'll tend to the farm.
Got it. Okay.
You don't need to do the move together, in other words. I'm just kidding. That's just a reference to the person. We're going to move on. You said that you've made some strong connections with a few of the guys in the house. So what was it like? Like, this I found challenging when I was single, like just dating multiple people at once. Talk about this.
Yeah, I definitely had to learn to, like, compartmentalize each relationship, and just when I was with one guy, be like, you're the only one in my mind. And it worked for me. It might have got me in a little trouble on the show, but it's how I had to go. I jumped in with both feet and said, let's go for it.
Yeah, you did. Okay, in one that's what makes it so good. In one of the episodes, you actually bring your dad out to meet all of your daters. So listen, it's really difficult to meet the parents or meet a parent, but to have 5 of your suitors meeting your dad at the same time, like, how awkward, or was it awkward?
You know, I mean, I would normally bring guys around my friends first before meeting my dad, but I would say that, you know, he had a project. We were building a goat shelter, so I think that for him it was like, and I got to make sure the dad's watching, make sure this goat shelter looks good. So we had, it was all right. I loved having, you know, being a gay man, especially getting to see this with my dad coming on. It was special for me.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you've said that you want passion in your love life, and there's definitely some fire, as we saw off the top, among the daters. What's the line for you between passion and drama?
You know, when I was younger, I definitely had some more dramatic relationships or more chaotic, but as I've gotten older, I feel like, you know, I like a dramatic flair in a guy, but in my relationship, I definitely seek, like, peace and stability, and I have a patience for it, but yeah, not too much.
Because, yeah, there's a lot of drama. That's all I'm going to say. Just watch.
There is.
There isn't. So by now, you've got a lot of dating experience under your belt. And so we decided, you know what? Why don't we ask Farmer Kirkland for some dating advice? Shall we? So let's start with this first question. What is an absolute red flag on a dating profile?
See, for me, I would say, I don't know if it's like this in the straight world, but for gays, there is so many catfish on there.
Oh, really?
Yes, that I need like social media attached. I would rather have like government issued ID attached. Because you just never know who you're talking to. So that's my biggest thing.
Fair. Okay, so here's the next one. Give us some advice on when is respectful to leave a bad date?
Literally, I am texting my friend saying, we've got an emergency right now. I'm out of there. I don't know. Is that
911.
Yeah, I gotta go. Once I'm not feeling it, I can't fake it.
This is a tough one because I know you're a very handsome, well-dressed gay man. What is worse, a bad tipper or a bad dresser?
So I've served in my life, and so, tipping is important to me, but I feel like in 2024, tipping culture is a bit out of control. So I'm gonna go with bad dresser.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Love it. That's fair. So what is the best dating advice that you've received that you learned the hard way?
I would say, to really trust your instincts because men will lie. I should say,
I would like to point out, not only are the women clapping in the audience, the few men are actually also clapping in the audience. Kirkland, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you all.
Okay, do not forget to check out season 2 of Farming for Love, including an all-new episode. It's every Wednesday night, so that's tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on CTV. You can also catch the After Harvest After Show, hosted by me. An amazing comedian, Jackie Perico. You can find that at ctv.ca and the CTV app.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.